I'm looking like a hot ass mess today. Anyway, it's hot in here. We got heat. Good evening and welcome to Mo Knows, featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. Looky here, looky here. Looky, looky, looky. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. And let me see. I was on somebody's live. Hey, MATC. Tonight's discussion. Um, Tonight we're gonna discuss the four agreements. Hey, Tony Smith. Have you ever read the book, The Four Agreements? I get so roused up because the people I roll with, we always, it's just crazy. Well, I sent this to my son as a joint reading between him and I. And he got lost in the first chapters, right? Because it's some spiritual journey somebody else is on. And that's what I be telling people. Y'all be on your own stuff, right? But I don't understand what's wrong with people in this first chapter of the book. I don't understand. I don't understand y'all at all. When it comes down to the first chapters of something, it's a simple book. Hey, Yvonne, did I say hello to MATC and Tony Smith? Hello. Oh, okay. Yvonne, we're gonna try to let you rest your fingers. Yvonne gonna be slick. She's gonna be like, nice quote, Monica. yo, yo, that's why I love Miss G. Like she G checked the person. I said, yo, you don't have to be injured to avoid pain. And you know what that meant? Yeah, I'm a rock with mines. Hey, Joy. Guess it's a West Coast Monday. All right. Oh Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Today we got some comments. The four agreements. Now, I think I had I don't know if I told y'all. The four agreements then has a second book, the fifth agreement, right? So my dodo bird ass goes into the bookstore, goes into Barnes and Nobles. Shout out to Barnes and Nobles. I'm a book person over here, Barnes and Nobles, just so that you know. Anyways, anywho, um, okay, all right. So I won't be. Yes, so the book is called The Four Agreements, right? Then he's got, so there's a trilogy with this book, with this dude's book, right? But what happened was somebody incarcerated, a young man incarcerated who used to be part of my book club when I lived in the projects, um wrote me and said, "Mama Guns, you need to, yeah, Mama Guns." That's how the kids refer to me, Mama Guns. I never shot a gun, but I'll shoot one for you. Um, he said, "You need to read this book, The Four Agreements, and pass it on to Pop." So I was like, all right. So I read the book and then I passed it on to my son. I bought him a copy and sent it to him, right? So then my son gets the book and he's like, good evening, Mrs. G. My son gets the book and he's like, "I don't know nothing about the Indians and the he said, "I don't know nothing about that stuff that's up in the front." I said, "Glance over the stuff you don't know to get to the stuff that you need to know." She said, "Mama Guns." Yes, they call me Mama Guns. Fuck with mine. See what happens. Everything come out. I'll be outside ready to battle with you. But it's only for that damn son of mine. I was like, I don't know why they call me Mama Guns. But you know, I was the PT. I told you I was the PTA president. The kids love me. And I did go into school numerous times to advocate for somebody else's kid to get some kind of service, or if they got themselves in trouble, you know. I stuck my neck out a lot on the side of right and wrong. That's why I be getting myself in trouble in the YouTube space too, because you know when I see some shit go down, I just have to be like, I can't be a party to this, or I can be a party to this. So let me just give y'all some interesting facts and why I pulled the book out. It's This live is dedicated to Miss G, who's in the chat, Miss GTV. Okay, so the Four Agreements has it's a trilogy. I don't know what the third book is, but the second book is the Fifth Agreement. So I go into the the bookstore the other day, and the Fifth Agreement, I picked the book up, right, and I said, you know what, I am not spending another fucking $12.95 for a book. Um, that it's about the same size or it's a little bit thicker than this, right? And I was like, so if you already had one book with four freaking agreements in it, the other book with the fifth agreement, right? It should be thinner. Like what the hell? So then I look and I read the back of the book and he's talking about how his son and all this other stuff. So now he's like revamped the four agreements. So I should have just bought the fifth agreement in the first place because it lists the four agreements in there. So hint, hint, for those of you that want to know. And then I opened the damn book, and I think I was on the phone with Nikki C. And I go to the fifth agreement. I was either talking to Nikki C or I was talking to Alethea at the time when I was inside the bookstore. And I popped it open, and the fifth agreement is listening. Learn to listen. I said, I'm over this. Be a good listener. I said, God darn it, God darn it, God darn it. I could have wrote a book called Mo's Agreements. I've been telling everybody to be a good listener, to spend less time running your mouth, tagging your tips on the keyboard, and listening more. Well, I'm all right. I'm gonna tell y'all, back up. If you see me run and get pad, paper, and pen, ugh, know one thing I'm starting to do listening at that point because I'm just writing that shit down. I turn off everything when I go into listening mode And it is the worst thing that can happen to the people that are a consequence of me listening. Okay, so the other day, couple nights ago, I was stuck inside the car. Shout out to the car. I was stuck inside the car and I checked out Nicola's live. And I took the opportunity to join her panel because I thought it was an excellent conversation and I wanted to put thoughts in the process because I think sometimes people here mean well, um, but things haven't been thought out or they haven't had opportunity to see it from your perspective. It is. Oh, let me go listen to this for myself. Funny thing, it's not that easy to understand people's perspective. Oh boy. Good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. Boom, 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 boom. This won't be. This won't be time. Uh, uh, uh. He better go inside there and continue to pretend he got his kids back. Why y'all even entertaining him? Why y'all even entertaining him? He's just passing through. He's passing through. He should be in the house changing some diapers, reading some books. And this is the time of the day. This is the time of the day when one should be reading a bedtime story. Because I'm about to read one. I'm going to check the sound. My mic sound nice. Who is that? All right. And please, I'm not going to get distracted today. Miss G, it still got you live. You wasn't able to turn it off. Anywho, because sometimes I think that people mean well and it just goes bad. This shit goes bad. You be well intentioned and shit goes bad. And I also have to remember I'm in this nighttime space. And in the nighttime space, I lose control. It sounds good to me. I did my 30-minute reading. No, parenting when you have a toddler, when you have toddlers, mean you read to them. You pick up a book and you read to them. And if you do it frequently, what'll happen is that a child will, one, want to read to you when it's time to go to bed, and they'll tell you their own stories. So, what ended up happening is that if you start a ritual with your children, you know, the things we don't like to do around here, rituals. But if you start a nighttime routine after you give your children a bath, after you fed them dinner and you give them a bath and you go inside their room with them and you sit down before the bed bugs bite and before it gets dark and they get scared, because now it's bedtime and they don't want to go to bed, and you pick up and they go to bed. What end up happening, I'm tired of your ass for Jeezy. And if you read them, hey Miss Indy, and you read them a story, they will get accustomed to that routine, and you will be able to do that. We're not beefing about nothing. You want to take your ass about you want to take your ass about and go do some good night reading to your kids since you got them back. I'm not checking for you. Don't come over here looking for nothing. You go do your fake beef somewhere else. You know, the beef that don't really mean nothing. And that's it. Well, that's a damn shame because you should have spent your time getting your shit together. But moving along, the four agreements. Um, Miss G, as I said, this live is dedicated to Miss G because she actually lives the agreements. Most of you that are around here do okay, if your beefs mean everything to you, I believe Straight Drop is calling. Go take your ass over there. He got a whole bunch of shit for you, Mr. Evans. He got a whole bunch of shit for you. He was waiting on you for. Take it over there. He wants to entertain you. He got you. Go get your beef started over there. He got you. Anyway, moving on. The four agreements. The first one is being impeccable with your word. And that is one of the most like that is one of the best agreements that is there. So the new book that they've written that they've added the fifth agreement, which is me just be a good listener. They put some twists and turns. Hey Daniela, well God darn it. Did I wake up the whole influencer nation? Hi Nanya. Um so the fifth agreement just like goes back and finalizes the first four. So I took a peek at it in the bookstore and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. But I am gonna tell people if you were thinking about reading the four agreements, stop, hammer time. Just go pick up the fifth agreement because it's got all the four agreements in there, and then you can close it down. You can shut it down in one moment. But what ended up happening as I was reading the book, cause he ain't got nothing else to do with his time. I got time. That's what happened. Um, so the being impeccable with your word is an outstanding agreement to have. Um, the principle of the agreements really is that what the book introduces you to is that as we were children, when we were children, um, we see. I was telling somebody about doing a I was telling somebody about doing a y'all just happy in the chat. I just see the chat going up, 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 up and away. Um, we talk about it talks about rituals and it talks about how you became a condition to things and how you learned something because it was kind of browbeat into you in your childhood and then it just became the norm and you were in agreement with it. So now in your adulthood it's hard for you to break from the traditions or from the information that you stored for years that came from um, how your parents raised you. So there's a chapter in the book called Domestication. And that's the chapter that everybody has a problem getting through because it talks about dreams and it talks about some stuff, some tribalism type of stuff, and some crazy stuff that you just gotta bypass, right? But the domestication really is um what our parents did to us when they raised us and they gave us values and they um they instilled their beliefs into you. And then now you're at the point when you become an adult, you either choose, and this is what was amazing about this. I didn't realize you have a choice to follow those beliefs or you just go into them. Most of us just follow suit and continue on the path of what we know. Um, and but really when you become an adult you get to make your own beliefs because like for me like I knew once I had my kids there would be no motherfucking Santa Claus. No white dude with a beard was going to be up here stealing um my my credit for buying some shit. He was not about to do that. So I was pissed because before I could not introduce the concept to my kids, it was introduced when they got to daycare, and they was like, I was like, oh shucks, they teaching them about Santa Claus. So, well, sorry about that. Nunya, you gotta mute up. You gotta mute me up. No, but I'm so yeah. Well, you know what? Santa Claus will deliver shit, right? Only the shit that I purchased. I had to pay for it for you to get it. So there's no place up there in the South Pole, whatever pole they was in, the North Pole, whoever's pole. They're not building toys because those toys would break. Because that's the first thing I told my son. If you get any toys from Santa Claus, they are going to break. Because did you see what kind of chop shop they got going on? The only place that had toys for my kids was Toys R Us. That's number one. Number two, he only delivers what I pay for. Because, see, that concept didn't get to my parents. And I spent many miserable Christmases crying because I didn't get what I want. Because I had my own little secret list of, I sent in school that I sent off that nobody bothered to read. So I was like, oh yeah, my kids are not gonna have that problem. They're not gonna be right into imaginary white folks asking them for stuff. And then the shit don't get here. Then I remember when we went to Gertz Mall, because I'm from Jamaica, Queens. So we had Gertz Mall. And we had a black Santa Claus. And I never forget T asked the Santa Claus if he got burnt in the fire. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. She asked Santa Claus if he got burnt in the fire. She thought he was like a marshmallow. He got burnt in the fire. Living is easy with eyes closed. Misunderstanding all you see. I got to add that to my quotes. Let me say it again. Living is easy with eyes closed. Misunderstandings is all you see. When your eyes are closed, that's all you see is misunderstanding. Okay. So the domestication part is a part that folks can't adjust to. I wonder why I highlighted things in the domestication part. So look what it says. It says the adults around us hooked our attention and put information into our minds through repetitive being repetitive. And that's all it is. That's how you learn and you develop skills. You develop skills by being repetitive in it. Um and after time you become an expert. People that work on the assembly lines, when they first start, they might be slow, whatever, but after doing it for several days, weeks, months, years, it just becomes second nature until your damn hands fall off, and then you be like, what happened to me? So it says, as a child, we didn't have the opportunity to choose our beliefs, but we agreed with the information that was passed to us from the dream of the planet via other humans. So basically, this dude is saying we process the information that we were given, that is really coming from where we live, our environment, but it's given to us through our parents. She said we use headphones when listening to Mo. Noted. Okay, especially in the nighttime, anything's bound to happen. I'm bound to talk about anything. The only way to store information is by agreement. The outside dream may hook your attention, but if you don't agree, we don't store that information. As soon as we agree, we believe it. And this is called faith. To have faith is to believe unconditionally. That's how we live. That's how we learn as children. Children believe everything adults say. So yes, Nanya, you need earphones. They believe everything adults say. We agree with them, and our faith is so strong that the belief system controls our whole dream of life. We didn't choose these beliefs, and we may have rebelled against them, but we were not strong enough to win the rebellion. Not when we were kids, we weren't. So we just incorporated. Now you will hear some people come up here and tell you that they challenged authority when they was kids, that they challenged it. Those people that tell you that to this day, um, I'm not gonna say be careful of them. Watch their deeds. There normally are people that are educators, or they educate others. You tend to listen to them, because they are the type of people that questioned everything. So that means they processed more information, and they can break it down to you based on how they processed it. People that ask questions tend to be able to explain well if they are good listeners, because processing it involves listening as you're interpreting that information and being able to regurgitate it in a manner that you understand it. Some people recite other people's statements, and some other people process the statements, which means they take it in, they analyze it for themselves, and they apply it to themselves. I just had to sell you out to a 3 and 7 year old. I told him he was a crazy lady. I know the crazy lady on the YouTube, just like the rest of the people. But what you should have told them is that we under a new we under a new regime. You do have to pay Santa Claus. He don't come for free. You think he's delivering stuff for free? Come on now. You think Santa Claus is coming down the chimney for free? Huh? Wait till they assassinate. You know what's gonna happen to you? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen to you. 3 years from now, when Mr. 7 year old turns 10 and goes and ruins it for Mr. 7 year old, then they're gonna say, remember the lady on the YouTube? And then Nunya, you gonna be in trouble because they gonna remember me forever. But the first agreement is being impeccable with your word. And what does that mean? That means if you tell somebody you want to do something, what happens? You do it. If you say if you say something, you're going to follow through with it. People tend to trust you because you're a person, you're impeccable with your word. But I dug a little deeper when I read or when I saw being impeccable with your word. I was saying to myself, that's what I stand on. My word is my bonds. How many times have you heard people say that? That's why I was like, this book is kind of crazy because they just went in the hood and listened to some real, street shit. Um, so they talk about the word. The word is not just a sound or a written symbol. The word is a force. It is the power you have to express and communicate, to think, and thereby to create the events in your life. You can speak. What other animal on the planet can speak? I don't know. But the way they up here converting people from he's to she's and she's to he's, shit. Let them get a couple of little animals in their way. They might be able to talk one of these days. Be walking down the street and the damn dog be like, move over. Like, what the fuck? Imagine they give a sound bite to a cat and the cat starts talking. Anyway, the word is the most powerful tool you have as a human. It is the tool of magic. But like a sword with two edges, your word can create the most beautiful dreams, or your word can destroy everything around you. One edge is the misuse of the word. Hey, bad and bougie, Miss Kels. Which creates a living hell. The other edge is the impeccability of the word, which will only create beauty, love, and heaven on earth. Depending on depending upon how it is used, the word can set you free or it can enslave you even more than you know. So, the power of words. You can speak and be as honest as possible, and you are content, or your same words, the power of your same words can destroy something. So today, Miss G was just being Miss G, and she was being impeccable with her word. And she said, listen, I can't pretend to like you. Because then I'm being fake to myself. And that hit me. I was like, She said, because other people will see it and they'll call me out on it. And the only thing I got at the end of the day is my what? My word. And most of you, if you have any kind of integrity about yourself, that's all you got left is your word. So the people that might be out here scamming people, what happens? Your word is no good. You can't buy no products over here. You can't cash no checks over here because your word is no good. Um, and once you damage, once people don't have, once your word has no power or it lacks any effect, you become weakened. So you do need to be impeccable with your word, and you do need to manage how you use your words. Um, who you spend your words on, how you spend your words. Everybody doesn't deserve your energy. Today I had an appointment And this is why I can't see doctors in Harlem. But I just, had that moment of I forgot the bullshit. But I thought that, I made it clear about appointments or whatever. Anyway, I get into the place today, and this young man, and I'm going to just call him young, he was dusty looking. So he was a darker skinned gentleman, but dusty looking. Like, them the ones that when they was loved, their parents put Vaseline all over their face when they went outside in the wintertime so that they would have some shine to them. Otherwise, they would be dusty, ashy in color, right? You know what I'm saying? That's when you not eating good or whatever. Like you need vegetables or whatever. There's nothing pouring out his skin. There was no thing. All right, he just was ashy, dusty looking to me. I'm just being honest. And homie goes and lays his ass on the floor inside the place. First, he comes hitting the fucking wall a couple of times with his head. Got these dreads going on, right? So you could tell that somebody took care of him, right? Took care of his hair, but he's looking dusty. Walking around. Now I'm gonna admit the weather is pretty good in New York. It felt like another 60-degree day today. He had on the Adidas, look, the flip floppy shits that the guys wear. I don't know what they call them. Slides. I don't know what they call them. He had on some slides. Hey, Coleman. He had on some slides. And then he had, white socks with the heel and the toe had the gray on it because I could see it. His socks was clean. Like they freshly came out of a pack of like they came out of a pack of a fresh pack of Modell's socks, the little short ones, right? And he was wearing some little sweatsuit thing, whatever, whatever, whatever. He came and he sat next to some people and he annoyed the people and the people got up and walked away, right? And he smiled. Like, and I watched this little motherfucker and he smiled. And he smiled as he was fucking with the people and shit, right? And then some lady started arguing with him. Don't fucking come over here, sit next to me. Man, fucking. So he argued with her back, right? Then he got his ass from over there and he came and laid on the floor in front of me. And I had my bag on the floor in front of me. And I was reading my other book. And I closed my book and looked down on the floor at him. And I said, I stomp people in the face that be down there by my feet. That's exactly what I said to him. But I looked him, I waited for him because he was crawling on the floor doing some crazy shit. Real crazy shit. All on the floor. All down there. And I'm watching him just like this. And people like, look at this stupid ass. The lady that just argued with him, cussing him all the fuck out, right? He get down there. I said, I stomp people in the face that be by my foot. So we made eye contact. I suggest you get your ass off the floor and have a seat like you got some common sense in this damn place. That motherfucker hopped off the floor, took a seat next to me. I said, you need some paper and a pen to write with or something? Like he's a fucking little kid. Yes, I gave him 2 pieces of paper and a pen. and when I got called back, the security guard was like, you got any more paper for him? Maybe you got crayons in there or something. I was so stupid. They said he come there every day. But and he was just sitting there. I was like, ugh. I was so annoyed with his ass, though. I was just so annoyed with him. It was like, now, I was impeccable with my word. Now I don't know if I would have stomped him in the face, but I felt like he was gonna like play with my foot or something or touch my leg because he fucked with the person next to him. But that was just like that. Just as simple as that. Oh, now this chick wanna call me. I'll call her back. That's about that, girl. I was so annoyed, and I was leaving out, and I was looking for him on my way out. I wanted to tell him he better sit his ass still while he was in there, but I was like, who the hell I think I am? But I just checked him for that moment, and that was it. I didn't even hear him, but they said he had another argument with somebody. But you can tell when some people just not rap too right. So why are you gonna engage them? I don't understand. But he did look. He just need a lot of folks out here need attention. They just need they crave attention, and they will embrace the negative attention as long as they can get it. And a lot of people get in their feelings quickly. So this is how they be impeccable with their word. The minute you are 100% honest with yourself, when you tell them, and something else I'm gonna say about him, right? Some people need to be told what to do because their life is so crazy and they have no control over it. The thought of having to make your own decisions is not for everybody when your mental is not there. See, he was crawling on the floor. He was looking for attention, but he just doesn't know how to express himself. Cause it wasn't just it was very clear. Basically, if you touch my foot, I'm gonna stomp your face. Cause your dumb ass is on the floor and it's gonna get stomped. Like that's just like I'm in a better position than you, your ass on the floor. So you understand? See how like that sank into him? He's like, oh shit, I'm down here. That foot's about to hit me in the face if I fuck with it, right? He thought about it. Like it didn't, so he ain't that crazy. But should he think about that shit the next time he down there on the floor? That shit is just crazy. So that's what'll happen to him. And then uh he got given the directive to have a seat over here. And then when he sat his ass down, I said, do you want a piece of paper and a pen? Maybe you want to write something down, draw something, or do something. He needed something to do. He's looking for direction. So many people around us are looking for directions. They're not self starters. Now, I'm not telling y'all to be going around places and trying to, help the peoples, but sometimes you have to see people in duress, and you got to figure out if you're going to be part of the solution or you're going to add to the problem. And that shit was amazing because all those people that was laughing when I told him about me stomping him in the face, they didn't know what to say when he sat his little ass down and was sitting there and writing on his piece of paper. Did he answer you when you asked him, did he need a piece of paper? He took it. I gave him the piece of paper. I tore out 2 pieces of paper out of my book and gave it to him. And one of my pens, one of my good pens. I wasn't happy about that. I wish I would have took one of these because I got these for my Erin Condren purchase, but these shits right here, these are them ones that write the fancy letters. I don't know how to write them. They're not like the old calligraphy pens. No, he took it. He sat there. He was writing. He was doing something. He was drawing. He was active. And that's why I'm telling you, when I went to the security guard, the security guard was like, "You got crayons or something in that bed?" But they were looking for some crayons to give his ass to entertain him. But I don't know how you could then approach him to give it to him because you could tell he's disturbed. And there was another motherfucker in there, and I was like, see, I'm in the fucking crazy ward. But I will tell you this. Did he speak? I don't think, to be quite honest, I don't think I heard him speaking. I want to say he was nonverbal the whole encounter. He was nonverbal. But you also got to remember that I started out my career in early childhood development. It's just a damn shame that there's adults here that I got to use it on all the time. That I have to be redirecting inappropriate behavior to get the outcome that I want. That's why folks don't like to be over here because they don't like to have their behavior challenged. And that's about it. And then I spent a lifetime with the kid who needed some assistance. Now I had to run on a stupid treadmill thing. So in that stress test environment, they have a treadmill and they have a bike. This fool gives me the track. Let me start y'all off on how effed up my day started. In New York, there was a water main break. So you could not get from the top of Harlem to the bottom of Harlem because the trains were not running. So I had to walk anyway this morning. I was big mad. So now when I get to the place, they is like, "You're gonna walk on a treadmill." So I was like, "We're gonna make me another appointment." So I did get on the treadmill, but I had that hoodie, right? And I was like, "Oh." So I took off the hoodie. I had on the one of these, but the blue one, and I felt like I was sweating in it. I don't wear a wife beater, but what you call those things? A camisole. So I had the other camisole on. Hey, Miss Natural Noise. So I had to get on there, right? So then I stopped the text. So the guy was like, "Why did you stop?" I said, "Because I don't want to do this anymore. Can I get on the bike?" Oh, he had the nerve to get an attitude. He said, you could use the walking. I could use the bike too, and I'm gonna select the bike. I'm opting for the bike. So he and the funny thing, I'm at the beginning of the year, so I have to do the whole, it's not the copay. So when I go in here, I have to pay straight up. So what is that called? The deductible. I have to pay the deductible first. And the deductible is like $3,500. So before I see anybody paying any copays around here, I'm going to have to pay deductibles. So guess what? I'm getting on the bike, or I'm not paying for shit today because then I don't want to do none of this shit. If I got to pay for it, I'm going to pay for what I want to do. Man, why get on a damn bike and that shit needed oil? I was like, and because I asked for the damn bike, I did not, I could not say anything else but just try to, with the bike. And I was mad. And I was like, my pride would not let me tell the guy I'll go back to walking on this shit. Only I could do some shit like that. Yes. I had to let that digest because I was saying to myself, you dodo bird, you done caused this big ass stink and look what you done got yourself into. And I'm sitting there going, I was so mad. I'm on the damn thing. I was like, it was like I just had to keep, I was like, mm, 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 mm. Damn shame. All the way up. Damn shame. And that's it. Then I was filling out the stuff, and so I said, I have a 26-year-old daughter, and the lady said, "You don't look like you're 26." I was like, "Thank you very much." I was like, "Why people lie to people so much?" But that's it. So we'll get those test results and see what that comes to. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I called the Uber to take my ass home. I was like, I'm not even playing with anybody else. I called myself for Uber, and then I had to go down to the rent office to speak to them because I'm not renewing my lease. And them motherfuckers was like, get out. Like, yes, but that shit was so funny because I was so tired. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. That shit was so that shit was so funny. Yeah, they was basically like, well, they didn't say it like snotty, but they was just like, get out. Like if you don't want to renew, why you don't want to renew? I was like, I can't find parking. Like it has nothing to do with the unit. Like I don't dislike the apartment. You got heat. We remember I had the last apartment that had no damn heat. But I was just like, I can't find parking. The lady looked at me. She was like, good luck looking for an apartment. Like I said, well, nobody said I was gonna look in fucking Manhattan again. I mean, the fuck out of Manhattan. I'm gonna leave these 5 boroughs alone, and that's just it. And to be quite honest, I gave it some thought. I probably should have looked in PA for an apartment and just drove back into Jersey from the PA, and gonna be the same 1 hour drive. But at least when I get my ass home in the nighttime, I have a bed to go to, park my damn car in the garage. Are you sleeping? Okay. So are you sleeping? Okay, we'll talk another time. I'm going to sleep. Have a good night. Now, see, that's the trick. If I say good night, then she gonna call me again. Cause obviously I'm not sleeping. And that's about it. Some people on this internet are craving attention. Just like that guy inside of my appointment today. He was craving attention. You got to be able to give people just the right attention for their needs. Nothing more, everything less. And I believe that was the problem I had this morning. And it's a problem that I've been dealing with for the past couple of days. I've been giving people too much attention. And that's what I was talking about when they feel like they can control who you are. Point in case, this one coming in here talking about we got a beef going. How do you even go somewhere and be like, we got a beef? Generally, if you got a beef with somebody, somebody is going to say, like, when you got a beef with somebody, you just gonna try to make a beef. Like craving attention. And we keep giving people who shouldn't have attention. Hey, Zero, that you shouldn't even be giving your attention to attention. Yeah, I felt like he was crawling around in the chat. I had to put him in timeout to give myself some break, some room to think. Cause you know why I had to time him out? Because he would have started talking to Nicola, and Nicola would have been adding to it. Then I would have been mad at Nicola because I just see that shit coming. He said, "Let me spice up the chat." Hi, Nicola. That's just crazy. Does anybody want the link to join the live? And then I could go about my business, but I'm not paying $25 for StreamYards. How long we been up here? All right, I gotta take my other one out the freezer. That next one will be better because it'll be nice and cold. But you gotta watch. Be impeccable with your word, but do not be the center of somebody's focus with it. And that's just it. Nothing gets me spicier than a natural pea. Okay. Oh, mm, mm, mm. I know that was a good that was a whole good conversation yesterday. That was just a good conversation all the way out. Shout out to my cousin from down on the other side of the gate. What hot 25? What did I do? No, what did I do? I don't know what I did. What did I do? What shade did I give this morning? I didn't do no shade this morning. I was just being very honest this morning. What was I talking about this morning? Oh, this morning I was talking about, yeah, my hmm. Okay. What what shit? I'm not giving them my money. You know I'm not throwing no link out after that. Somebody be like coming up here to come out. I want to take you to the party. Mm, mm, mm. No, I just sort of I just oh, I was listening to Yvonne earlier. She had um not not the 9/11 one. There's another one she dropped. There's another video she dropped today. Booyah, booyah. Oh, she dropped the one on the homeless. And well, let me not say not the 9/11 video, right? If you're in for if you're in for a lesson in uh government and how and what each government is producing, and it's a very good, I'm just gonna say this, I've heard all kinds of conspiracy theories about 9/11, and this was the first one that I could give some weight into its purpose. Who's the guy? I have a channel. I think it's Democracy Now. Let me see. I think it's Democracy Now. Oh, Alethea looks so beautiful. She looks so beautiful. Um, Let me see Democracy Now. Uh, mm, 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 mm. I did get it from Democracy Now. I know it's coming from Democracy Now. Um, there is okay. America exists today to make war, and it aligns with the focus that leave Cory Booker alone. It aligns with the focus that on the 9/11 discussion. Uh, it just went hand in hand with what she put out. It was like a good segue into it. Um, and he basically just said war has been the economy for the U.S. for the last 20 years. And I never thought about it because who's producing the bombs and all the other stuff? Like, where's that shit coming from? Are we purchasing it from somewhere? Like, where's all this stuff coming from? Yeah, Cory Booker, that shit was a joke in the first place. Mo, you see Cory pulled out the presidential race and cried real tears. Really? Oh, I did not see that. Oh man, how did I miss that? Cory Booker. Dear Cory Booker, he did a great job. No. He did a social job when he was the mayor. Oh, I gotta go to my other channel to see Willie D. Cause I might subscribe to him over here. Ooh, look at her. No cornrows. Easy method to install. I got different channels that I subscribe on my other channel. Cause there sometimes I just don't want the stuff that be coming in through Monica Mo Justice to come in. Like I gotta go filter myself somewhere else. Okay, why I don't see him? I normally get an email for him too. Cause that's where my Bondi Blue is at. And I haven't watched her in a minute. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't do them. You know what? That's what happened to us yesterday when we was on a live. We didn't get to finish talking about. We missed our Real Housewives segment. We gotta come back and do that. We was about to get big on them. Um, my favorite family, barely living. See, I haven't been over here in a long time. Look, she's washing the kids' hair. Uh, and then my other favorite channel over here. I don't know. Oh God, here it is. On the verge of tears, Senator Cory Booker drops out presidential race because he's broke. He dropped out because he broke. You should drop out because you wasn't gonna win. And who's this Joni Ernest? I heard the name before, but I'm thinking she one of them crazy people. Judge orders homeless woman to leave Oakland house they illegally occupy.
Are vegans healthy? Are vegetarians healthy?
Oh,
French fries and beer.
guess what happened? I got ads over here. That's why I hardly come on this channel. Skip the ad.
It's broke. Yeah, they couldn't raise that bread they needed. This is funny to me. They love to say, I've always said that if I drop out, it would be because I could not find a clear pathway to victory. Don't all of them say that? Well, we don't see a clear pathway to victory.
Did he say that?
You didn't have a clear pathway to victory when you first got into the race. Who all out there?
Well, did he lie? He said you ain't had a clear path to victory when you first got here. Ain't that about nothing? He didn't. We gotta find Cory Booker's thing. I gotta find it. Let me go back over here. Let me go back into Moland. Let's find Cory Booker. Cory Booker. You always give me good stuff. For those of you that don't know, we're talking about the Democratic candidates that were running. So, incidentally, on my way to the doctor's office, and I had to walk, Bloomberg got a campaign office, and they had people outside the building filling out applications to work there. And guess who was on the line? The Clear people. Smack up here in Harlem, where everything around me as I was walking was the people of color, every kind of color. But the Clear people was standing outside on a line for jobs at the Bloomberg thing or whatever. I don't know if they get jobs or they were volunteering, but it says positions available. So it, oh, you my cousin from the top of the hill. Oh, you're not my cousin from outside the gate. You on top of the hill? Okay, got you. On top of the hill, Mo. All right, got you. So anyhow, who can I play that won't flag me? These damn news channels, these authoritative news people is not right. Let's go to Bloomberg Politics because he might not.
So, Cory
care.
Booker, I mean, it's big news, but it's not necessarily surprising news.
Exactly right. I mean, Cory Booker.
It's big news, but it's not surprising news that he took the thing. Let me just like try to skim through here. Oh, wait a second. I want to see if anybody's going to show him crying. All right, let's see if this is a part.
Did, and Cory Booker was sort of just out there without really a foothold in the race.
And in case there was any doubt about those lanes, we've got a new Des Moines Register poll out now about Iowa with 3 weeks to go. And the Des Moines Register is usually pretty reliable,
It
actually,
is.
indicating that both Buttigieg and Biden are doing pretty well. But Sanders.
Wait a minute. So Iowa has Sanders in the lead, followed by Warren. Who the hell is this guy? Buttigieg? And then Biden. How you was a vice president and you in fourth place? Who's this other person? Oh, this is sad. Bloomberg's not even going to try to put himself on the first couple of things. Bloomberg is going for the super delegates. So he's trying to get in the places where super delegates are so he could get the super delegate vote and take him over the top, because that was one of Hillary's biggest problems, was that she was in the places and she was winning, but Bernie Sanders was collecting super delegates, and he wasn't even a Democrat. He was he was he's an independent, and he was still in the super delegates. That's what she didn't like. Look at this shit. It says, awesome, you've hit 183% of your step goals. Man, I need to walk around here and take a couple more steps because I would then be. Let me see. I don't like this thing. It's like it actually picks up when you're walking. Cause I be shaking and shit, hoping like I get some extra steps in. And it'd be like, nah, bitch, you better walk. Oh man. Cory Booker drops out. Man. Well, this must have been hard. This must have been hard for him. As Cory Booker drops out, Iowa polls show same four candidates atop. I ain't fucking with PBS. They already went after whatever that guy, Smiley. And that's it. I will do an R. Kelly moment for a second. I did see today one of the parents. Now, Joy, where my cousin from on top of the hill? Where's my cousin from on top of the hill? Cousin from on top of the hill. You is not gonna believe this. I saw one of these parents. And I wanted to go through the screen on her. So she was doing an interview on something called City. I don't know. I don't know what channel this was. I never even heard of it. Oh no! I said I was gonna play. I was gonna play Cory Booker's speech, right? But it's on PBS, and I said I'm not fucking with PBS because you know they in a lawsuit with. Is it? I thought his name was Smiley. What his name? What his name is? Ricky Smiley. No, whatever his name is. All right, I think that's the mother of the daughter that they made into a boy. Oh yeah, Tavis, Tavis Smiley. All right, yeah, I ain't fucking with PBS, so I'm not gonna play. Yeah, I'm not gonna play. Sanders stuff. Okay, but no, the eighth. Yeah, I don't know which lady. I don't know whose mother it was, but didn't. All right, so help me. Wasn't there a a female and hey, yeah, his name is Tavis. But wasn't there a female that was supposed to be in bondage, whatever that shit is going on with in the R. Kelly compound? That was in the compound that they made her turn into a guy. They wanted her to be the guy. Oh, all right. Because I think that was this one's mother. So now she's pregnant. Did you know that? Yeah, she's pregnant. I gotta go get my other Martha for that one. Yeah, I was like, get out of the town with that. Y'all got me dropping shit. And guess what? In that little interview, I caught the mother in a lie. I caught the mother in a lie in that little interview that she did with that lady. Uh no, the mother I think that's the one that got turned into a boy because that's the one that. All right, so I'm gonna tell you which one she is. She's the one that the mother went to the hotel and got her out the hotel, went and rescued her, did the whole rescue shit. That parent. Great, this got ice in it. That parent. The lady started going through the timeline with her. the mother started going through the timeline. I mean, the reporter started going through, or whoever was interviewing her started going through the timeline. Girl, she was all over the place trying to tell that story. All over the place. Now, I haven't really heard her story. And I could tell she was all over the place. She went from 2015 to 2000. She said, first, she said her daughter met up with him at a concert. Her father took her to the concert when she was 13 or 14. Don't quote me on the age, but it was teen. I heard teen, right? Then she said that they moved and they were close to the R. Kelly compound, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, girl, it was a hot mess. So then she said that her daughter went to do some stuff with him and lied or whatever, whatever. And this time, now her daughter miraculously was 17. Then she said, my daughter came back and told me that she was gonna go, but now she was 18. So yeah, caught the woman in all the lies. Let me help y'all. Let's see if we don't get a copyright. Let's see what we could do about this. All right. Y'all got y'all good listening ears. Y'all want to listen to this too? Let's listen to this together. Let's see if we find it. Cause I was like, sound like a lot of me. Shout out to the parents that found themselves caught up in this R. Kelly stuff. Shout out to those parents because they just didn't have no other things to do. They were in despair with no recourse. I'm finding the video, but of course I gotta go through a million damn videos. Toddler found abandoned. Yo, what's wrong with people? They went in and stole some damn car. Okay, first of all, the parents were in the store. They was all obsessed with R. Kelly. Ain't no damn hostages. No, we know there ain't no hostages. But good for his dumb ass. Sir Kelly, you supposed to pay for the pussy? Nunya, I hope you have your phone covered. I hope you still wearing your earphones. I want y'all to hear it for yourselves. Don't be taking my word for it. That she said some more crazy shit on the interview. All right. Now, why somebody sent me to this R. Kelly girlfriend fight? And I was so mad. I didn't see no fight. I only heard bitches cussing each other out. That ain't no fight. That's a conversation. Why y'all send me over there to that? Okay. That's it. All right, here it is. Windy City.
Singer R. Kelly sits in a Chicago jail cell.
Oh, let me tell you something. This interviewer, she was on point so hard. Let me tell you how hard she was on point. She made sure she gave the disclaimer many times. He's in jail. He should have left alone after the first trial. He should have left that alone. AZ's mother is in an interview saying how her daughter researched R. Kelly and demanded they let her go or she would herself. They full of bullshit. You know why they saying that right now? Because they know every time the media comes after you, right? They are highlighting the inequities in the justice system. They're using our shit against us. And they are going and they are letting the they're highlighting it And they're saying, look at this system. It ain't even do nothing when these people did this type of abuse to a woman. Now, let's see if I remember this interview enough to know where I must stop at.
Of course, I love Rob, but then again, I knew that the situation wasn't good.
She loves Rob.
Part 2 of the Surviving R. Kelly series aired over the weekend, and Michelle Kramer joins us for an update. Welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Tell us about your daughter, Dominique.
Dominique she's my only daughter.
Okay.
She's the middle child. And, she loved her from R. Kelly. Her dad took her to see him when she was probably about 13. And after that.
Oh, brain works really good. I transferred that over good. Her father took her to see him when she was about 13.
Concert. I don't know what happened, but she became his #1 fan. And doing that.
At 13, she became his #1 fan. How many of you got a 13-year-old? You know who my 13-year-old's #1 fan was? It was probably Amy Yasha, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or some shit like that was her #1 shit. What was that shit? There was some, Amelia Bedelia? No, it was some, I don't know, some shit that was on Disney was her #1 fan. She was that at 13. If it was on the Disney Channel, that's what her #1 fan.
Time I ended up moving to Country Club Hills, and everyone knows that R. Kelly lives in Olympia Fields. That's when he had his mansion, and we stayed too close. And she ended up befriending a girl, befriends her on MySpace, and they was talking.
All right, stop. A girl befriended her on MySpace. Okay, guys. I had a MySpace. Did you have a MySpace? Do you see what I see? Anybody had a MySpace account? I developed a Facebook account in 2009. In 2009. So we're talking about 2009. Everybody transitioned into everyone transitioned into the live environment. I mean, listen, dude, could you go somewhere? Go put your babies to bed. Go do some shit constructive in your house. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. You didn't do MySpace? But if somebody befriended somebody on MySpace, what age could that have been at? I don't know. My daughter lost the password or something to the MySpace. But I wish I could get to the MySpace account my damn self, because MySpace had tons of shit in it. But okay, so how old is this girl now today? And she had a MySpace account. So what the hell? No. When I lived inside the P's, inside what's up, Boogie? remember when AOL first came out and we first got our first computers? Cause I got me a computer I bought it from one of them computer stores in Brooklyn. And then my first real computer was a Gateway. When the cat, everybody in the projects had a Gateway computer that they never paid for. Yeah. But so that's still too young to have MySpace at her age. Okay, so my daughter is 26, and she had a MySpace because that's how the MySpace account I had, because I didn't trust this social shit. And Chico was still alive. So the kids had a MySpace, but it was through me because I had to monitor their MySpace. I didn't get a Facebook account until he passed away. But yeah, so her ass had a MySpace. I'm just saying this shit is sounding. So you see, she was 13 with a MySpace when she met R. Kelly and became his #1 fan. And here's the best part about when she became his #1 fan. I'm gonna release your comment in a second. Joy, give me a second.
Because they was, friends, and they played something in common, which was R. Kelly. And she invited her to a party
At his mansion
at his mansion.
in Olympia
And
Fields.
she told me that
She invited her to his mansion in Olympia Field. Y'all was all over this. I was like, well, goddamn, how old was she?
she was just hanging out with some friends, bowling, going to the movies, but all that time she was hanging out with him.
At what point did you have the disconnect, do you think, with Dominique?
At that point, at what point do you think you had the disconnect with Dominique? At that point, you should see the mother's face. Y'all gotta go watch this interview. It's on a channel called Windy City Live. Windy, WINDY, space, city, capital CITY, space. All of these letters now are capital. Live, LIVE. Y'all gotta go check the video out because you do need to see the mother's face because you know she's lying. Like, I'm like sitting there like, but I don't want to show. I don't want to have no copyright issue. Yeah.
When my son and I went to his mansion, called Olympia Fields Police, and I was outside the gate, and the manager came in and said R. Kelly wasn't there. Okay, but everybody's coming in for this party. So
they was probably doing the ignition video. We know how that goes. What's that other video that he had? He had another video that they was gathering around for a party. I like that video. It was a recent video a couple years ago. Big pimping was what she was doing. She went and took her ass. You should hear her when she talks about how she used to call R. Kelly. Wait a second, Kels. That was her mama's MySpace page, not person 30 years or older had a MySpace and checking for R. Kelly.
once she got back home, I made a phone call to him, and I told him
To R. Kelly?
yes, I told her to give me his phone number, and I called him, and he was like, "Hello," it was him, and I said, "Stay the away from my daughter. This is Michelle Kramer." And he was like, "I don't know what you."
So when her daughter got home, because she couldn't get into the mansion, right? So when her daughter gets home, she says, "Yo, over here. You was over here, R. Kelly. Give me that phone number. Oh my God. Give me that number. Let me work with those numbers. Let me see what you got going on. This woman's own testimony.
Talking about. I was like, oh, okay. Hung up. I was screaming. I was hollering, telling her that he just got off the first case. I said he likes little girls. Dominique, this is not, no.
How old was Dominique when this was happening?
She was 17.
17 right now. Okay.
All right, so you see the report is like, fuck, you done told her she was 13, 14 now. Now she done got a MySpace page. She done met up at his thing. How old is she now? So this is when she's 17. Here we go.
17. And she said, okay, I'm gonna leave him alone. As a mother instinct, she came back about a month later when she turned 18. And she told me that she had been seeing him again.
She said, mother instincts. And she told me that she was seeing him again.
So what you do? She 18. So do I lose my daughter to him? Or do I just be that mother and accept it? So I became that mother and I accepted it.
You accepted it.
Yeah.
You say your daughter.
Okay, I gotta show y'all this picture. Now, brace yourselves, because we're gonna have a conversation about that. About this. This is a picture they put up when the mother says she gonna be a mother and embrace it. So, which one is Dominique and which one is the mother? So, what am I supposed to believe? Why they put this picture up? At this moment, in the middle of the interview. Trifling.
Moved in with R. Kelly and cut off all communication with you. What was the longest time period where you did not?
Now I will have to say, some J for K's is gonna get mad at me. All right, so they put up pictures of the mother and the daughter. Look at the second one.
Accepted it. Yeah. You say your daughter moved in with R. Kelly and.
I just want to show y'all this second picture because this one just had me. This is the mother-daughter picture, and now whichever platform I was on the other day talking about, I was okay with Teresa Martin having splits on. Oh, Rain and Woman. Shout out to Rain and Woman. Rain and Woman was like, I don't agree with that, Monica Mo. Now, I thought she had on this a bag. Oh man, I'm so fucked up right now. I thought she was wearing some leopard shit, but that's a bag. Now that I can see it better. Hold on a second. Let me get back on this for y'all. This is mother and daughter again. I don't got too many pictures with T.
And I remember it was around January of 2017. She called me and told me that she texted me and said that she didn't need my line anymore, that she was going to be on his line. So for 6 months.
Okay, so now they had to so her daughter moved out, right? To go live with R. Kelly. And she was still on her telephone line. So at some point, she calls her mom and is like, I don't need your telephone line anymore. Kel, Robert got me on his line, so I don't need your shit. I don't know, Joy. This not the fucking kind. Let me just be honest. All right. If this had happened to me, I'd be one of them bitches like, no comment. Like, this would be me with the media. Get the fuck out of here. Look, I wouldn't want y'all to be talking to me because I have to figure out how I'm going to get this, how this. I'm too damn protective about Latia anyway. I probably would have fucking flew my damn car through the damn doors. The compound would have been coming down if he had my child up in there. I could see me right now figuring out what kind of vehicle I was going to purchase to go into his compound and blow that shit up. I'd be doing a set it off moment because I could just see me just going through that shit like real crazy, bat shit out of hell, crazy.
And talk to her, but she knew my number by heart. So, as parents, make sure your kids know your number. If anything ever happens, they know they can call.
As parents, make sure your kids don't go staying up inside fucking mansions with celebrities. Oops, let me not say that because, you know, some parents sign agreements to have their kids stay with the celebrity. Hey, cuz, you see me on top of the hill? You caught that one?
In this time period, this 6-month time period, when she left your home and moved in with R. Kelly.
At this time, she was like, she about 23, 24 now.
Okay, so some years, what?
Did you hear the reporter? Wait, I gotta go back on that one. Oh, wait a second. I gotta go back on that one. Cause she said, how old is she? She said, well, she's 23 now. So we done went from 13 to 17 to 18 to now 23. Wait. Let me do this right. 13, 17, 2 months later, 18. 6 months, and now we're 23. I just gonna back that up a little. Just back that up a little. Just back that up just a little bit. Okay, here we go.
Talk to her, but she knew my number by heart. So, as parents, make sure your kids know your number. If anything ever happens, they know they can call.
In this time period, this 6-month time period, when she left your home and moved in with R. Kelly.
At this time, she was like, she about 23, 24 now.
Okay, so some years, what happened in the years from about 18 to 23?
She graduated from school, went on prom, she did all that. And then we moved to the north side of Chicago. Still too close to R. Kelly, his studio 20 minutes from my house. So one day, she just came and said, Mom, he want me to move to Atlanta with him. And I was like, no. She's like, Mom, come on, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be his assistant. And I was like, his assistant? She was like, yeah, Mom, come on. So she trying to convince me, but it's my only daughter. I'm trying to give her my blessing.
Mm-hmm.
She aged just like a reality show. She had seasons. You remember, like we was watching, what was the show? Remember when we was watching Family Matters and the little boy was a baby? Then the next season, the motherfucker was walking around talking, hey, Mom. I'm sorry. This lady kept the interview together. But she said, what happened? She said, what happened to all the years in between? Who ate poop? Joy, that's TMI. Yeah, remember how? Come on. So, first of all, what was that show where I just saw Family Matters? That was the only show on television that the kid, first of all, the baby in the next season was talking, was a toddler talking, whatever he was doing, right? And then they lost the kid. Like they just like wrote a kid out the script, so they just like the baby died. Like they had two daughters. Then they had two daughters and a son. But by the time the shit was over, they only had the two big kids and the they had the two big kids and what was the other kid? Urkel ass from next door. Okay, 1 second. Let me just see what happened. I can't stand you. Don't be mad at me because she aged overnight. If my child is 17 and don't know my number, it means it's not meant to have. You know what happens? It in this day and age, because of the cell phones, kids don't really know numbers. Everybody's just pressing the button on the cell phone. I don't know nobody numbers but my kids' numbers. And the reason why I know those is because I paid for them. And I done had the same number for now like 20 years. She made sure she kept asking how. She had to keep asking because this shit don't make no kind of sense. And besides, the bottom line is realizing that you have a minor fucking around with this man. It says something about your parenting skills. And you could be brought up on charges about that. You were neglecting your child when you let your child go to R. Kelly's. At 13, then 17 with her MySpace page and going to the parties. Like in this, we already in this one interview, which has now been, let me see, we have 5 minutes into the interview. We done covered about 10 years of her daughter's life. You understand? We started with 13 to 23 now. We got 20. So we done went through a decade of her daughter's life with R. Kelly. Shit, your child spent more time with R. Kelly than she spent with you at this point. When you really like do the math, he got you by 3 years. Shit, them are probably the only years they was raising their child. Because it sounds like kids was raising themselves. Okay. Yeah, that was the best episode when Urkel became Stefan. Because even I was like, throw away the time machine. Don't ever let Urkel come back. He said, all right. Before the interview is over, I bet she ends up 30. How old is she now? Joy, my cousin from on top of the hill, how old is Dominique today?
So I did. She went. She still had communication. She still came home for Christmas. She still came home for Thanksgiving. She came home for my birthday. She did. I don't know what happened. But something happened.
Seasons change. Seasons change. Feelings change. Now, I can't sing. My name is not Nicola. Seasons change. Feelings change. Did you hear what she said? She said she came home for the holidays. She came home for Christmas. My birthday. Your birthday? Why she came home for your birthday and not her birthday? Okay. But she did the holidays with us.
Like, yeah, Mom, come on. So she trying to convince me that it's my only daughter. I'm trying to give her my blessing. Mm-hmm. So I did. Again. She went. She still had communication. She still came home for Christmas. She still came home for Thanksgiving. She came home for my birthday. She did. I don't know what happened, but something happened in January 2000 when I got the text, and I lost all communication with her.
January 2000 when she got the text. It's my motto. If you asking me, it's non-alcoholic. See the words right there? I just want to make sure people understand it. She said in 2000. She didn't just come home. She came home for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and her birthday. Then she don't know what happened. But in 2000, 20 years ago, it was 2000.
When you say the text, what do you mean?
She sent me a text saying that she was going to be on his line and here's her phone number, but that actually was just one of his numbers.
And that was the beginning of the 6 months where you did not hear from her.
Did not hear from her, and then August of 2017, the Savage family came out with that press conference that he was holding girls against their will. He wouldn't let them come home. He was
All right. In my paralegal ease, if I'm sitting down here talking to this woman, my first thing I'm going to say to her is, when you go, I was you, I would lose the years and ages. This is when this, so hello, if you're watching me in TV land, this is when you don't remember which year it was. Cause this shit is starting to sound kooky. When I heard this, I said, oh, I can't wait to talk about R. Kelly.
but that actually was just one of his numbers.
And that was the beginning of the 6 months where you did not hear from her.
Did not hear from her, and then August of 2017, the Savage family came out with that press conference that he was holding girls against their will. He wouldn't let them come home. He was doing things that wasn't right. And I was like, now it makes sense that I haven't heard from him. So I had like 3 numbers of his. So I started calling, I started texting, I started saying whatever that was going to get him to answer.
So when the Savages, I'm just trying to keep track of the timeline here. When the Savages came out with that press conference that you just mentioned, you still, Dominique was living.
Wait a minute. She said, I'm just trying to keep track of the timeline here. Because, bitch, your timeline is off. Y'all gotta see, please go watch the video for yourself. Cause you gotta see homegirl's face. She's like, I'm trying to keep, she got the little cards. You know how they be having the cards and they be reading the cards. She's like, I'm trying to keep hold of the timeline. I'm sorry. Let me just show y'all the lady face. I know that's on pause, but her face is like, bitch, listen. What the fuck? And that shirt is on flex. I love that blouse. Her blouse is on the moment.
With R. Kelly
in Atlanta, Georgia.
In Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah.
and you had no communication with
I
her.
had no communication with her. I would have to text him, and I would say, hey, I need to talk to my daughter. I don't know what's going on. And then he'll call and say, oh, she's at the mall. She's right, she's doing this.
So you were in communication with him.
Yes. But
How
only
often?
at the same time, I have a young son, her youngest brother, and I'm still trying to deal with that. But at the same time, she's grown.
She said, oh, so you was in communication with him. I don't know what Dr. Phil gonna ask, but I ain't too mad at this lady right here. I think she asked a couple of questions. Dr. Phil, he don't understand Black life. He need not to do any more stuff. And that's what I was gonna say about that documentary that came out for MTV. Ooh, let me just do the Kanika thing. How come they did not mention Dr. Oz? How come they did not mention Nancy Grace? I was thinking about that shit the other day, and I was like, well, goddamn, Kanika done been on more fucking television shows than a little bit. Like, like primetime investigator shit. But that was just my sideways. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to this mother who was now getting her calls on with R. Kelly, and she had to say stuff to get his attention.
And I would send messages, but I would have to send some nasty, ugly messages for him to respond. So she would call. And she'd be like, Mom, why are you saying those nasty things? I was like, I know he's standing right there listening to the conversation. And she was like, no, he was. I said, from Chicago. I know the game. You standing right there listening. And then guess that all of a sudden abruptly she would say, I gotta go, Mom, I'm gonna call you back. I said, let me tell you something. I love you. Ain't nobody gonna love you like your mama, baby.
Shit. With a mama like this, who need enemies? But I want to go back because when she was asked a specific question, she deflected by saying she was raising her son at the time, so she ain't had time to be worrying about her daughter. Now she in Chicago, so she was probably having a hard time working that shit out.
And deal with that. But at the same time, she's grown.
All right,
Well,
that was
listen,
Don't know what's going on. And then he'll call and say, oh, she's at the mall. She's right, she's doing this.
so you were in communication with him.
Yes. But
How
only
often?
at the same time, I have a young son, her brother, her youngest brother, and I'm still trying to deal with that. But at the same time, she's grown.
okay. So she asked her. She asked her straight up, like, oh, so you was in communication with him. For how long? Well, at the same time, I was taking care of my son. You know what, though? Let me tell you something. If R. Kelly had my child, right? Maybe this is what she was doing. Food for thought. I'm better than Dominique. Let Dominique go, and you can have me. I wonder if this is why Dominic started eating shit. So, people, when you have somebody that's a hostage somewhere and you don't have no control over them, you need to watch how you deal with the hostage take care of. You understand? Because you don't want them to do anything to your person while they have them in hostage. This is how they get treated worse. Because honestly, if you gave a fuck about her, she wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. And I'm sure that psychologically, that's some shit that he probably let her know. Nobody loves you like Cal, like the real R does. Nobody. Because look at your mother. She's saying all this nasty shit. She said, why are you saying all of that? She probably was like, take me as I am. Okay, let's just think loose lip sync shits because, folks, I mean, parents tells it all. Well, these the dumbest ass parents I ever did see in all my life. With parents like these, you need abortions. Yeah, y'all heard me.
And I would send messages, but I would have to send some nasty, ugly messages for him to respond. So she would call. And she'd be like, Mom, why are you saying those nasty things? It's like, I know he's standing right there listening to the conversation. She was like, no, he was. I said, from Chicago. I know the game. You standing right there listening. And then guess that all of a sudden, abruptly, she would say, I got to go, Mom. I'm going to call you back. I said, let me tell you something. I love you. Ain't nobody going to love you like your mama, baby. So whatever he doing over there, what's ever in the dark is going to come out in the light. And I'm going to make sure of that.
We're going to take a short break. As we said earlier, R. Kelly maintains his innocence. His lawyer, Steve Greenberg, issued a statement over the summer, which reads in part, R. Kelly and his lawyers look forward to his day in court, to the truth coming out, and to his vindication from what has been.
I think they needed a break because they was just like, people gotta digest these fucking. We'll just move on from there.
Michelle Kramer, she and her daughter Dominique Gardner are featured in the Lifetime documentary series Surviving R. Kelly. So we did not hear from Dominique in the first part of Surviving R. Kelly. Dominique chose to talk out in Surviving R. Kelly 2, The Reckoning. Why do you think she did then, and what was the turning point for Dominique?
She's pregnant now. She's with baby. She's happy. She overcame something that a lot of women are still going through. So I believe she did this for her baby, her unborn child, because now she understands what her mother did. And now she's a mother, and she got to protect her at all costs.
Shit. She probably raising Takashi's new girlfriend. Fucking, she'll have a baby, and the baby will be going to visit Takashi 6ix9ine. Fuck out of here. These people just got me.
What kind of conversations have you had with Dominique?
She I know one time it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. She woke me up, and she had just got through doing an interview with Jim, so she knew it was gonna be some backlash from that interview. And she said, "You could ask me anything you want, but as a mother, some things you just don't want to know."
So you didn't ask her all the things you wanted to know?
Oh no,
You didn't.
no.
What was going through your mind though when she was gone? Because I'm a mother too.
You understand? I live too close to him. I
She said, "What was going?" She said, "What was going through your mind?" Do you know? Do you know how? Yeah, I gotta subscribe to this channel. She was like, "Cause I'm a mother too. What was going through your mind?" I'm sorry. Y'all can't have the full effect. Hold, please hold while I give y'all the full effect.
said this, and I will always stand by it. Some things you don't want to know as a mother. I live too close to him, and I am
How did you get through though? How did you get through not talking to your baby?
God. When I asked him, after I found out about the savages saying what they say.
See? How you get through all of this? She spoke to God. The question is, what God was she talking to? See, now this when y'all get mad at me about this God stuff. Because you see, the one that some of these people be allegedly, because this when God just said, when he heard that, he said, "What the fuck? Hold up. Let me stop the war over here for a second. What this bitch said, she ain't been talking to me. Because I would have told her she out her rabbit ass mind." He said, "Don't blame that shit on me. Blame it on the rain. But do not blame it on me." Mm, 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 mm. I'll just back it up again so she could tell y'all who she was listening to.
And I am
How did you get through though? How did you get through not talking to your baby?
God. When I asked him, after I found out about the savages saying what they said, I said, "Don't send her home for a visit. I need you to send her home forever." So 6 months later, that's when I went to LA, and I was filming for the docuseries. And I saw on TMZ with Joy Savage. They was in Beverly Hills. So
Okay, R. Kelly's lawyer has come out, as you well know, saying that all of these things are lies, saying that this is not accurate. None of these stories. What do you say to that?
well, I would say that too if I'm knowing that I'm gonna be in jail for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna fight like everybody's.
No, bitch. This is why, even though I think R. Kelly got the worst lawyer, but I think the man is animated when it comes down. First of all, not for nothing, I want to remind everybody that the lawyer that the families had got arrested and is in jail. Remember their lawyer that they had that was making all their allegations? His ass got arrested and he's in jail. So that would be the Savages and all of them. The lawyer that they got, the ambulance chaser type lawyer, they secured. His ass went to jail shortly thereafter with his bullshit. That is the point, Kels. Yes, I gotta get y'all that white guy's name. But they had that white guy that after the first yeah, he went to jail right afterwards. And it's for embezzlement and all kinds of shit. And all all kinds of shit. He thought he was gonna blackmail R. Kelly, but I guess he didn't realize R. Kelly ain't had no money, but that was gonna be his comeback. That's it. Wait, I gotta go back. I do have to go back to that part where, cause I just gotta highlight that thing for a moment because the reporter was so on point with this shit when she said that I just don't want that point to be missed. Where is she at? I think it's this part right here. Cause I'm watching her body language, and her body language is amazing in that blouse. The blouse is fucking amazing.
We're back with Michelle Kramer. She and her daughter, Dominique Gardner, are featured in the Lifetime documentary series Surviving R. Kelly. So we did not hear from Dominique in the first part of Surviving R. Kelly. Dominique chose to talk out in Surviving R. Kelly 2, The Reckoning. Why do you think she did then, and what was the turning point for Dominique?
She's pregnant now. She's what Babe, her mother, did. And now she's a mother, and she had to protect hers at all costs.
What kind of conversations have you had with Dominique?
She, I remember one time, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, she woke me up, and she had just got through doing an interview with Jim. So she knew there was going to be some backlash from that interview. And she said, you could ask me anything you want. But as a mother, some things you just don't want to know.
So you didn't ask her all the things you wanted to know?
Oh, no.
You didn't?
No.
What was going through your mind, though, when she was gone? Because I'm a mother, too.
You understand? I live too close to him. I always said this.
She lived too close to him. Will he coming in and get her? I just got I'm sorry. I'm on my petty moment right now. But this shit is just ridiculous right here.
And what her mother did. And now she's a mother, and she had to protect hers at all costs.
What kind of conversations have you had with Dominique?
She, I remember one time, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, she woke me up, and she had just got through doing an interview with Jim. So she knew there was going to be some backlash from that interview. And she said, you could ask me anything you want. But as a mother, some things you just don't want to know.
So you didn't ask her all the things you wanted to know?
Oh, no.
You didn't?
No.
What was going through your mind, though, when she was gone? Because I'm a mother, too.
You understand? I live too close to him. I always said this, and I will always stand by it. Some things you don't want to know. As a mother, I live too close to him. And I am...
How did you get through, though? How did you get through not talking to your baby?
God, when I asked him, after I found out about the Savages saying what they said, I said, don't send her home for a visit. I need you to send her home forever. So 6 months later, that's when I went to LA, and I was filming for the docuseries. And I saw on TMZ with Joy Savage. They was in Beverly Hills. So.
Okay, R. Kelly's lawyer has come out, as you well know, saying that all the second part of the Surviving R. Kelly, the part 2, The Reckoning, do you feel like this needed to be happen, even though now we've already said he's sitting in a jail, he's not getting out until the trial, okay? He's been facing all these charges. Do you think this docuseries is needed?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's going to bring out a lot more of things that he was doing that other people are too in the industry. So everybody just sweeping under the rug because who he was or who he is, R. Kelly. So no, it needed to be now. Like you saw the docuseries, the trailer my daughter is in it now, and she's speaking her truth.
In the original docuseries, you say that your daughter needed to be rescued. Why did you say she needed to be rescued?
She needs to be rescued because
she needs to be rescued from all these motherfuckers.
Like, you know, as parents, and we tell our kids this, and
listen. Y'all got to listen. Y'all gotta watch this shit. She said, as parents, right? And then it flips over, like she said, you know, as parents, right? And then the interviewer was like, She is sitting there and she is saying to herself, bitch, you is not the kind of parent that I am. And stop with this, as you know, as parents shit. Y'all the worst motherfucking parents a person could have. You know how they say kids don't come with no instructions? You motherfuckers shouldn't be. We should be able to turn some of you in. Like, we like, can I exchange for a new set of parents? But wait a second. This the lady face. I just want to show you her face. She's just like, what the fuck? Oh God, y'all in there faxing. Let me see what y'all faxing about.
Everything from, no, these are they lying, this is not the truth, all that. She like anything that he told her, she believed it. And I had to let her know that's not true, baby. I'm outside looking in. You inside trying to look out, because they didn't get to watch TV. They didn't get to do this. They didn't get to do a lot of things.
Since the release of part 1 of the Surviving R. Kelly, how have things changed for you and your family and for Dominique? I know you mentioned already that she's pregnant, she's happy, she's in a good space. Were there any negative repercussions?
Of course, people said I was lying. They said that the rescue was fake. I've been on all type of blogs and everything, but it hurt it the first time because I knew it was real. And it's sad because of the Black community, we have to stick together, and we always the only community that don't. So most of the haters was, my people, and it's sad. But
No. I'm gonna have to take a time out for that one. We're not sticking with you people. You people are fucking crazy. Okay, and y'all might make a lot of money out of this somewhere down the line, somehow, some way, something other. But don't throw us in as a Black community. Don't throw us under the bus with y'all. Y'all need to be the brown community. Y'all the brown part of this shit, or something else. Like be Black from a distance. Like have the other kind of Black. Cause y'all the ignorant kind of Black. You're the kind of Black that give people the opportunity to look it down upon us. Like y'all is just like running around here now talking about we want some justice. Y'all need some justice from yourselves. Some of this shit y'all brought upon yourselves. This is poor parenting. I live down, like you live close to him. Bitch, what lifestyle you got now? I'm just saying, right? I never lived in a neighborhood with the mansions. How did you get in his neighborhood that you was just down the block from him? I'm starting to wonder who really took her to the first concert. Was it her daddy or was it you? I don't know. Maybe because the interviewer, maybe because after this interview and maybe next month or in the subsequent days that follow this shit, we'll start to see these parents getting arrested or some shit. I ain't never I don't know. This is some malfeasance with these people. This has nothing. This is not even Black or white right now. These are the other people, the yellow people. I don't know what whatever color is between. These are the gray people right here. These are the gray people, the ones that you just want to say, I don't want you. You want to have them exiled from your community, and just be like, this person does not exist.
We doing good. We in a happy space, but it was hell. I'm not gonna lie. We go to therapy. She didn't want to go to therapy. She was saying she was okay. She was crying. She was drinking.
Dear Dominique, Now, I don't know when she was drinking because, now she's all pregnant. Or, dear Dominique, you're about to become a parent. Honey, the best thing you can do for yourself is get you some therapy. All of these docu-series, they will bring you some money to fund your experience, right? By telling your story, I hope you are collecting a bag for it. But in the interim, you need some psychological shit. Well, we're the first child.
I mean, she wasn't taking showers on the regular because they didn't take showers on her. Her habits were still there, and I had to break her back into home because she was with him for so long.
Okay. So she was in R. Kelly's house, right? These are bitches I'm seeing flopping around here with Celine bags, right? These bitches are running around here looking hot tamale. They got Bougios or whatever fuck kind of bags, Bellagio's, whatever. These bitches was walking high. You gonna tell me they wasn't washing their ass? I just need to know. So y'all was just funky fucking? Like, there gotta be a crime about funky fucking. There has got to be some crime about that. So please do not tell me that they was up here in the lap of luxury inside the compound where we can go half on the baby and nobody was washing their ass. She had to retrain her. This what the mother said. He don't have to bathe. He needs to take a shower. He has to take a shower. Oh my God. Can you just imagine? Like when you see the thing, he's standing up there like 12 play, and then one of the motherfucking plays should be a goddamn shower.
She wasn't taking showers on the regular because they didn't take showers on her. Her habits were still there, and I had to break her back into home because she was with him for so long.
Right. And I watched the first series and saw when you were going to LA and she didn't want to go. What was that turning point when she finally decided to come back home?
Because she like my mom in LA. She made it to LA. She said that she asked God a week before she was going through some things and she was questioning should she leave him. And she said, God, if you could send me a sign, I'm leaving. Mama showed up in that hotel room and that was her sign. And that's why she left. She said it was time. Because I could have easily went to the studio. I could have did whatever. But she said for my mom to find me in LA, that was the time for her to go. She said that was her sign.
What do you say to those people who maintain that R. Kelly is not wrong? Just like his attorneys that say that everybody else is lying. R. Kelly is not wrong. He still has a lot of support out there. What do you say to those folks?
Open up your eyes and your ears. It's the truth, darling. I understand Chicago's own. I'm from Chicago, born and raised here. And nobody wants to believe the truth. Nobody wants to believe that he's talented. Like one of the girls said, there's two sides of him. Robert and R. Kelly are two different people.
How do you feel about R. Kelly sitting in a jail cell right now?
I say that playground, schools, and Chuck E. Cheese are safe again. So he belongs there. Sorry. Whatever in the dark comes to light, baby.
Michelle, thank you so much for speaking out. As we said earlier,
Okay.
R. Kelly
Okay, so she goes again with the disclaimer about R. Kelly's in jail and his lawyers say he innocent or whatever. She did that like 4 times during the interview. Okay, listen. This is not speaking out. If this is the worst example of speaking out I ever did see in all my life, speaking out. If this is speaking out, I will take a stiff lip anyway. So, was she impeccable with her word? Because I have to go back to the lesson of the day. because people keep getting on me. But was she impeccable with her word? This is why her child was in the situation she was in, because there was no, this woman was not impeccable with her word. Her child couldn't even trust her, that she had to trust a stranger. And now, while your child is with him, you on the phone talking about, I love you. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know what she went through. Um, there. I don't. I don't know. In my head, I'm saying, don't let her have. Somebody find me where does she really have another child? Y'all been following this before me. But that's what I uncovered. I don't know where this lady's channel came from. It came in my feed as a suggestion, so I watched it and I was awe. I was at awe. This shit just seems unbelievable. It just seems unbelievable to me. I'm just I'm just taken back. But no, these are not parents. These are not parents that I know. But I know so many people that don't have good parents. These are the examples of not having good parents. That's a good question. But here's what she said though. She said her daughter was on MySpace and she was his number one fan. And some other girl she linked up with gave her the invitation to come to the house for the house party. So it don't sound like he was on Facebook. It sounds like his handlers or whatever they had going on. But I have a girlfriend of mine that was like R. Kelly's number one fan, and she had a fan club for him down in the DMV, and they were pretty big on the fan club, and I think honestly. I think their shit is still active because they don't believe in this shit. I know last year when the first stuff came out, um they were having all kinds of discussions about it. Don't forget her daddy took her to the freaky uh allegedly. Does anybody see Dominic's dad up in here talking about this shit? Every father that I see invested talking about this story is really disgusting. I'm waiting for his ass to get arrested. Like the fathers that are involved, like that other father, he messy as hell. The Savages, they need to just arrest all of them, down to the kids. The kids they got now, they all need shock therapy. They need to just have a taser and every like 30 minutes just go in and tase them or something. Because they like it something not right with that group of people. Even that fight that I didn't get to see because I don't even know what the hell happened. And then I just hear the girl talking about you had sex with me when I was a minor. I'm like, is this the standard? Mm, 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 mm. I am shaking my head. What I said that channel was? Hold on a second. Let me get y'all the link. You better not get my channel flagged. I told you it was Wendy City. Wendy, Wendy, like she's from Chicago too, like the Windy City Live. I just subscribed to her channel, but I'm gonna now look through it and see what she got going on. Cause one, I liked her blouse. Then she was wearing cut jeans. They had cut. She's a little bit. She's got curves. I could tell from her seating. But I love that blouse. So y'all know I'm looking for me some shit like that. I need some shit like that to run around the office in. Um, that's just crazy. Anything else? But again, this is this is when you're not impeccable with your word, this is the shit that happens. Somebody can't trust you to protect them because you're not impeccable with your word. People lose confidence in you. You have like shit like this going on. Your kids are always supposed to feel that they can trust you, that you're trustworthy. This is absolutely sad. And it's absolutely sad. Absolutely sad. It's disgusting. And I think she should be behind an avatar to tell this shit. Cause looking at her, it is just crazy. These are the moments when we need clown shoes. Cause he would come out and be like, see the hair, like start telling us all this demonic shit about the person, like decoding her that short hair look and all this other stuff. And I would have to be sitting back here saying, this is why these people go ham on people. Because they start to look at the pattern of behaviors. That's why, I don't fault the people here on the YouTube when they start talking about the derelict woman. Because here's an example, a fine example of one. And we ain't got, like, there's very little we can say about it other than to say, I conduct myself differently. And the people I know, the people that roll with me, conduct themselves differently. These are anomalies. But for some reason, people are not going to see these as one off as parents. They're going to say, nope, this is what people do. Celebrityism has weirdos attached to it. I tell you, when you become popular, you have fans. They will come in your chat and they will try to pick fights with you because the fans want to be incorporated in shit and they don't care what they do to get the attention. The mother was obviously a fan. Every time she spoke about having R. Kelly's number or speaking to him and threatening him, she had it with a smile on her face. Yo, this is how I would have been on the goddamn interview. Like, fuck Kels right now. Like, R. Kelly, you're done with. Like, you would see so much hostility out of me. But she's sitting there. Are you serious? First of all, I'm telling you, they not ready for Monica's because Monica's would have been kicking down the door and smacking all them chicks and telling R. Kelly I ain't having it. Like, honestly, where we do this shit at? Oh, R. Kelly. Oh, poor R. Kelly. Let me just ask this question. Do we have any evidence that he was with them ever? No. When I'm being honest. Do you have any clear indications when he was ever at, in the same area with them? Because I mean, when she went to the hotel to free her daughter, was R. Kelly in the room? Who was in the room with her daughter? Have we ever connected them? Because even when she said she called looking for her, right? This supposed to be the phone number that was supposed to be her daughter's, right? She's at the mall with the phone that he's supposed to have given her. And when she was at the mall, so that means she's out and about, right? Allegedly. She was if this call even took place. But according to her, he answers her phone and says she's at the mall. Well, if she was at the mall, she wasn't in his presence. And when she called you back, you said, I know he's right there listening. I was wondering why that would be important. Because I think they're having a problem connecting when he was actually engaged with them. You have to have him there at the same time. If he's calling you back and she's not in his presence, then he wasn't with her at that point. For all we know, the way these bitches had this fight on this Instagram shit, fuck, it could have been Mean Girls going wild, having other girls eat shit and stuff. They all could have just been staying at R. Kelly's. Who's to say he was really having anything going on with any of them? I'm just saying, R. Kelly, listen, sir. I'm talking to R. Kelly, the artist, right? Because it's obviously you are bipolar. There were two sides of you. I don't even want to fuck with Rob. Leave Rob in the jailhouse. But R. Kelly, can you please make this make sense for me? Tell them you was in the studio bumping and grinding. Because you don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. They were in hotel rooms for the most part. I haven't seen the second one. Well, they was coming up with Herbie, so okay. 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 Let me tell you something. We need to do research to see how you can catch Herbies when you living in the same fucking house with the same fucking people. He could have had sex. Listen, this is how this stuff goes, right? And the way I'm starting to see shit right now, he might have had sex with one of them, his wife. And then who knows? Because all of these women are in the year of the trisexual. They were trying everybody's sex. He only had to infect her ass. The rest of them was licky, clicky, dicky, wicky, whatever they was doing, make her into a boy. Because if you had R. Kelly as a sentiment piece, right? Why do you need to convert one of the women into a man? So that, hey, Sly Joe, that stuff just don't make no kind of sense. And that's why he ain't making no dollars. Because he done spent all his cents on this bullshit right here. But at the end of the day, I just feel as if, didn't the wife, yes, so she could be, all she had to do, you understand, they could have caught that herpes from all of them just interacting with each other. Yes, I'm saying the licky, licky, clicky, clicky women. Yeah, they was doing licky, licky, clicky, clicky. Lickety, lickety, clickety, clickety. You understand? So they could have got that amongst each other by just one person having some one time sex. I'm sure if you really get down to it, because when I looked at the where is I don't feel like going to get that book. But when I wrote down the first charges when he first got charged, right? Hold on, let me get it. Oh, where did I put my bag when I came in? The charges was, let me read the charges as they are with Mr. with him. Hold on a second. Because you know I wrote them all down. One thing I like about my journal book, I sure did have this one from before. Let's go to, let's go to our first R. Kelly write-ups. Okay. So they wrote it up. They said it was, and see, I got other letters for the girls' names and stuff. Hold on. The first one is aggravated criminal sexual abuse. And it was contact with R. Kelly penis and sexual organ. All right, so that sounded like sex. And that was from 1998 to 2001. That's why I'm listening to the mother when she was saying 2000, but we in 2020. Like we 2020, 2020. You understand? Like, so this was 20 zero in. You understand? Like, this was crazy. Then the other one was aggravated criminal sexual assault, sexual abuse, penis to RL's mouth. The third was aggravated criminal sexual abuse to JP. All right, what was this lady's name? She was a Dominic, right? She ain't even none of these letters in this shit right here. This was against some chick with R, I think it's RL, JP, LC, HW. Those were the people that he was originally charged with. Now, I didn't go when they got the new charges and write the initials of the new peoples. But it was penis, sex organ contact. It was semen onto JP's body. It was penis to mouth for JP. This other one was semen onto LC's body. And this one was serious. Whoever LC is, it was by the use of force or threatening of force. Criminal sexual abuse was penetrated during the course of. Then there was this other one was penis with HW's mouth. Then it was penis with a sex organ, penis to HW breast. And remember, they only filed these charges based on video that they saw as confirming the act. This is not, they didn't use any word of mouth that this is what happened. They used the video, whatever the video was, they used the video, whatever they observed in the videos that they redeemed. All right, so that's RT. So there was, oh, that was a, I said there was a HW and whatever, but those were all from the 1998 to the 2001. And she put her daughter there in 2000. That's why I said, how old is Dominique? Let me see if they got age. I know Joy said almost 30. One thing about rape victims, they should stay anonymous. Dominique Gardner. So we would be looking for a DG on he tried to break me. How do they get to call themselves girlfriends? Is this like, does this seem like girlfriend material? She was born in 1991. She could have had a MySpace because my daughter had one. So she's 2 years older than my daughter. This girl is a Leo. Girl, get your act together, honey. JP is a girl skipping school at 15 in 1994 to be at those court dates with her mother with her, and she had a fake ID to get in court. Shut the effing door. Joy, don't tell me no more about these people. These demented people. Dominique Gardner now, today. This is like, they lived in Indiana. Look, listen, catch her mother on all kinds of lies. She's from Chicago. Her ass came from Indiana. Oh, this gets better. This is even better. Dominic first got to know R. Kelly and his music when her father took her to his concert when she was about 11 years old. She started idolizing him soon after that. Soon thereafter would be fine. Soon after that. Okay, in 2010, Dominique graduated from high school. So we're talking about 2010. Soon after that, she met author Just Somebody Pace on MySpace, who told her that she would be able to introduce Dominique to R. Kelly. So 2010, 10 years ago, is the MySpace encounter. R. Kelly was living in the nearby Chicago suburb Olympia Fields at the time, and Dominic started spending time with him when she was just 17 years old. She soon became part of the superstar's inner circle, though she still lived with her mother. After completing her high school, Gardner was accepted into a dental hygienist program and graduated from it in 2013. Oh, so she is career worthy. Okay. She's got some skills, Kels. Cousin Kels, she got some skills. Ah, all right. I'm starting to like Dominique. Cause I damn sure got no use for her mother. Around the time she moved in with R. Kelly when he moved to Atlanta. For the next 2 years, things were fine, and Dominic would visit her mom on a regular basis, bringing expensive gifts with her. 2 years later, in 2015, the visits stopped, and later, even the phone call. Dominic was no longer allowed to use the phone, and if her mother wanted to talk to her, she would have to call Kelly. Her mother later found out that Kelly was poisoning Dominique. Oh, poisoning their minds. Okay. Against their parents and would beat them if their parents ever tried to contact them. Kelly also had other girlfriends who remain loyal to this day. That's supposed to be the facts about her. Then they said interesting information. While with R. Kelly, Dominic was made to dress in a very tomboyish way. The singer did this to try and break her and also wouldn't let her talk to any other male. Now let me just correct a hoe right now. Check a hoe. We doing check a hoe moment. Let's check a hoe. If you are living in a man's house and he is a zillion millionaire and you're supposed to be his concubine, look up the word. I don't got time to tell y'all what a concubine is. But you're supposed to be his concubine. How the hell you think you're gonna talk to somebody else? Who you gonna talk to? Who is gonna talk to you? I'm out of here. I have had enough. Be impeccable with your word. Especially women of color. With no matter what you're seeing in these stories, there's something wrong with these parents. There was something wrong with their parenting. Something was just off. And I hope you're nowhere near like these women. And if you are, pick up the book and get the 4 agreements. Pass the first 2 chapters if you want. Get right in. No, get the 5 agreements and start to build yourself up because it starts with, and just to run through, because I don't want y'all to think I don't know them, because I've incorporated them in my life. Being impeccable with your word, number one. Number two, don't take things personal. Number three, um no assumptions. Don't assume anything. Go in and ask the questions. If you're gonna assume something, is you're already starting out badly. And last but not least, well, number 4 is do your best. As long as you're giving something your best, even if it's not a successful turnout, as long as you've given your best, you can just say to yourself, I gave it all I had, and it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, but that's okay because I gave it my best. But if you shortchange yourself and you don't give shit your best, then that's what's gonna you'll be disappointed in yourself. But that's where all of the 4 agreements work together. And now I learned that the fifth agreement is learn to listen. Listen more, speak less. And it's not because you got two ears and one mouth. It's because comprehension requires you to really process the information. And if you're listening and you're focused on what is being said, you won't have big misunderstandings. I'm still trying to find the official news clip where I get it without any interruptions to hear what that activist had to say. Um, Holmes, when he talked about her walking into the thing, because I think that's critical right now, because maybe we all didn't listen to what he actually said, but we took what we inferred from what he said. And there comes a time when you have to listen to to what was stated and not inferences from what you got out of the statement. Well, this is Mo, and I got to go. I will not be here in the morning. Just so that you know, I'm gonna be looking for parking because I got something to do. Anyway, I'll speak to y'all later.